Hi everybody, you little skag beasts. It's 2020, that's weird. I'm here with Kyle.
Hello.
We're going to talk about 2019.
Is that a Borderlands thing?
I don't know. Is it a D&D thing?
I think Skags.
Fallout?
I feel like
Skag
Skags
beasts?
is like a Borderlands thing.
It's something. It's from something. But I don't know, everyone is making me feel like they're skag beasts. Being like, where's that Kyle episode? I was like, it's coming. You skag beasts.
Okay. Yeah.
He was out of town. But Kyle's back. Came back yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Now we're doing it. See, as soon as I can, I give you what you want.
As soon as possible.
As soon as humanly possible. You'll notice that our location this year, is in the studio, which I thought was appropriate because this is almost to the day, maybe another week, until it's 1 year in this studio, Kyle.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought this time last year that it would be way longer until we would move into the studio. But it happened pretty fast.
I think we moved it, they built it on the 16th or something like that, 17th maybe? And we started using it pretty quickly thereafter, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. But yeah, what'd you think of 2019?
Not my favorite year.
Yeah, not the best.
Not the best, in an interesting way. What's weird is that it feels to me like a very normal year, which is hard to say about anything.
Yeah. Yeah, normal, but in a bad way.
Sure. Unexciting, I guess you could say.
Yeah. For me, it was especially difficult. I mean, my dad died, so that sucked.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just kind of a weird year. And movies and games and stuff were all kind of just I feel okay, not great.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything from this year will go down in history as one of the greatest of all time, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm racking my brain right now. And Outer Wilds and Disco Elysium seemed pretty special game-wise for me, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny. So going into 2019, we have to look forward to the conclusion to the Avengers.
Right.
That's going to blow our minds. And we have a new the conclusion of the Star Wars sequels. And so yeah, it's funny, we did have all these things to look forward to. Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming,
Yeah.
And yeah, it just kind of washes over.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts 3, but Star Wars was a huge disappointment for me. I don't know. I'm kind of just washing my hands of this entire trilogy, but I also don't really care, so.
Yeah, I think that's fine. It can't hurt you anymore.
Right, yeah. You can't hurt me anymore, Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Mandalorian sucks in Season 2, then I'll be hurt.
It might.
There are things I'm worried about with it, but I think it'll be good by and large.
Scariest thing is in interviews where they're like, hey, some other people you might recognize will show up in
Oh,
Season 2.
right, yeah.
It's just hey, be your own thing.
Yeah.
You're so good at being your own thing.
Your questions will be answered. No!
Yeah.
Don't answer my... unless you thought about them from day one, don't try to answer any questions.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't already have the answers, don't come up with something now. Yeah. Speaking of struggling under the weight of the past, I feel this episode, everyone's going to have some cunnilingus question, expectation of this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Who
and
knows?
It's not happening.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That was a one-time deal.
Yeah.
Unless something else happens that I didn't anticipate.
It's not on your list of questions.
No.
Yeah.
Right, because we already know.
We've looked at the rundown. There's just no room for it.
We have a packed schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very thoroughly thought out ahead of time, this episode, you will find.
So I think it's funny we naturally started there, and maybe that's just because that's the nature of our jobs. But I do think a lot of times, that media is what differentiates years from each other and what the populace thinks.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that's kind of interesting in the power of media. Even pointless, stupid things is how we identify, that was 2 years ago.
It's media and then hugely significant political or natural disasters.
Yeah.
That are that define years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't remember anything else that happened in 2001 besides 9/11.
A lot of PS2 games.
Yeah. But, like, that's the thing from that year. Whereas this year is the year Star Wars died. You know?
No.
Not
Star
to
Wars
not
is
to
not
equate not to equate those two things, by the way. I didn't mean to make a false corollary there. But yeah. But you're totally right though. Like, in years where something horrible doesn't happen in real life, it's movies and games, I think, that define them. At least for us.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, and it's weird. It's even like harder because plenty of horrible things happened in 2019, even events-wise. But there's just so many that a brain can't really take all that.
Yeah,
a human mind can't, and make them all important. You just simply can't.
Yeah. And I mean, of course, we're speaking like for the general populace, not like individually.
Right.
But yeah. Well, and it's like, that's kind of the thing about 2019 from a media standpoint is like, I wonder how forgettable a year this was.
Yeah. Sometimes they just happen.
Sometimes they just happen. And also like you were saying before, kind of too, is like a lot of the stuff we were looking forward to coming into 2019, we're still looking forward to the same things coming into 2020.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Cyberpunk and Last of Us and all that stuff.
Yeah, sneak peek at next week's prediction stream, but we all thought 2019 was the year of the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and we thought, we actually said that last year?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I didn't realize
we
that
were pretty committed.
I didn't think we were that confident on it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I forgot that you actually go back and look at how bad we did, how poorly. That's funny. Ugh. Well, I don't know. I feel like we're being negative. What was your favorite thing this year? If anything.
Okay, my favorite thing of 2019. So, I guess it was, shoot. I mean, this sounds real dumb in talking about everything that we talked about, but I went to Disneyland and saw the Star Wars world.
Yeah.
And it was so weird in that just like, it felt fantastical to be able to explore a real life Star Wars world.
Yeah.
It was so weird. It's just like everything looked perfect to me in a weird way.
Yeah, I just got to do it at Disney World a couple of weeks ago.
What'd you think of the design of Star Wars?
Very cool. Yeah, like very immersive. I really liked it. We actually got to go on Rise of the Resistance because it's out there. It comes out like in a week here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was really cool and interesting. And I like that's I think the future of quality amusement park stuff is where it's like total commitment to the theme and the immersion.
Yeah, that you can't get a can of Coke, but you can get this weird little orb that has a Coca-Cola-like logo on it.
Right, yeah.
That you buy stuff in credits. It's so fun.
And like Smuggler's Run, did you go on Smuggler's Run?
Yeah.
It's an interactive ride that actually feels interactive. Like rides that have tried that sort of thing before, it feels like you're just, it feels like the ride handed you a controller that wasn't plugged in.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, it was like, I just flew the ship into this pole, like myself.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a bad job, and the guy will be like, okay, we got to move on. You lost that thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
Yeah. And like, yeah, I think we did like okay, not great, like better than bad, but not the best. We only got one canister or whatever.
Oh yeah, you can get both.
Did you get both?
I got both on my second trip.
Okay, yeah.
I was ready for it the second time.
Yeah. We only got the first. We only rode it once, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
So anyway, I kind of to me there's a real tangibility to that.
Yeah.
And just walking around, things you can feel, and just so I don't know. I think about that a lot in video game space, how to make things more tangible, how games can be more tangible.
Yeah.
And movies and TV, just tangible, just things that like they feel tactile. Like this exists. This all exists.
I was speaking of that and the PS5. Like I wasn't sold on the haptic feedback thing until I was talking with a game developer friend of mine, and he was saying like all the things you could do with it. Where it's like, imagine like different, like Destiny 3 or whatever, like different guns feel different to pull the trigger because it has different like resistance on the controller.
They better feel very different though.
Yeah. Or like, you know how games always have like a meter of like, this gun is overheating or like whatever. Like there could be a machine gun or something where it gets harder to push the controller the longer you fire it, you know?
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff could be really neat. Also, those motors are going to have to be really strong or you're going to be able to overpower them really easily. But who knows? That could be kind of cool. Heartbeat in the controller stuff, maybe. I don't know.
And it's like an age test. Like you can't play this game unless you can squeeze the controller this hard.
Well, that's the other thing for like accessibility too. Like you'll have to be able to change the settings on it, but then that raises questions of like are people going to cheat, quote unquote, by like turning it off or whatever? Like, will you have an advantage in multiplayer if you've turned off haptics? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it would belong in accessibility options, but
Yeah.
I would not see a reason to not have those.
I mean, I fully think you should have accessibility stuff all the time, but yeah, it's an interesting thought. I went on, so 2 years ago, we went to Disney World for the last time with my dad, which was really nice, but Flight of Passage, the Avatar ride at Avatar Land in Animal Kingdom, Disney World was there. But the line was like 4.5 hours long. And like Dad was in a wheelchair and it was super sunny and we were like, yeah, we're not going to wait for this thing. But this year we went on it and oh my God, have you done that?
Well, no.
Oh my God.
I don't even know what kind of ride it is.
I hesitate to say too much because part of how much I loved it was, I'll just say this. Okay. If you don't want spoilers for the Avatar Flight of Passage ride, wait until my hand goes down. Like, mute it until my hand goes down. And I'm going to be vague anyway.
And by the way, I get this. They have trailers for the Star Wars ride before movies.
Yeah.
And I'm looking away from... I'm not going to watch a trailer for a ride.
I actually would have been bummed out to have seen a trailer for that. Yeah.
I get this. There's such things as ride spoilers. I get it.
I'll be super vague, but it's basically like Sauron. Have you done Sauron?
No.
Okay, well, Sauron is like a big giant screen, and everyone's in the same room on like your feet are hanging down.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But on this one, you're sitting on like a motorcycle type seat, so you're straddling this thing, and it's simulating one of those like flying bird banshee things from Avatar.
Yeah,
but
you get one for life.
Yeah, and it like breathes, and when it lands on stuff, you can feel it land on stuff. And like you can smell the smells and feel like the mist of waterfalls as you're flying around. And it's all the senses. This ride engages all 5 senses, except for taste, I guess. And that to me was super cool. Like I liked that ride more than Rise of the Resistance.
Cool.
It was like so immersive. Rise of the Resistance is super cool though too. All right, spoilers over. But yeah, it was incredible. But yeah. It's fun. I don't know.
I was home for a long time. Longest trip I've taken home since I went to LA, actually.
Yeah, how long were you home?
It's like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
It was a long time. My niece and nephew were very excited to watch Avatar.
Wow.
Yeah. Like they had already seen
movie.
it. Yeah. And we're on Disney Plus, right? It's like, what do you want to see? There's so many things here. It's like, Avatar again!
How old are they?
They are young. They're at like elementary school age.
Sure, yeah.
You know, too young to like appreciate it. I don't get it.
I think that's the perfect age to appreciate Avatar.
I guess so.
Well, it's got a lot of bright colors. The story's not that complicated. It's got a good like feeling, you know, a good message, whatever. I see it. I get it.
Sure.
I've been kind of wanting to rewatch it again. Jake Sully.
It's not worth it.
Yeah,
it's not worth it.
Probably not. It's very long. How long is it? It's like almost 3 hours long.
Yeah, we watched it in 2 chunks.
Yeah. Kids are funny, man. Like I saw some kids that loved, like years ago, but they were like obsessed with Jar Jar Binks. They loved Jar Jar.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is who this is for.
Mm-hmm.
Little kids. This makes sense. Jar Jar.
Frank Oz was talking about Jar Jar. He says, I love him.
Really?
Yeah. And I wonder if he really loves him or if he's just being very supportive.
Either way. Yeah, I'm fine with it. Frank Oz, dude.
He's in Knives Out.
Who is he in Knives Out?
He is the exasperated lawyer.
Oh, that's Frank Oz?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even know that. I liked that movie. Did you like that movie?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I liked that movie a lot. It's a really interesting movie. One of my favorites of this year.
You know what? Me too.
Yeah, but not a lot of competition.
Yeah.
Pretty light year. I hear Portrait of a Lady on Fire is real good, and I haven't seen the new Almodovar movie, Pain and Glory, I think it's called, something like that.
I'm gonna have to shift because my spine hurts really bad.
I found putting my legs into Indian or cross-legged
Okay.
really helped because it kept putting my spine in a better place.
Yeah, there we go.
That's a funny, because when we were kids, they called sitting cross-legged Indian style all the time, which is like not good.
Right.
That's not a good phrasing. And it's funny, it's like, I wonder what things we're all doing as a society right now that 100 years from now people will be like, probably not great that they did that. Yeah. Besides all the obvious stuff that we already realize, because there's plenty of that. But
they'll probably be more mad about, the planet.
Yeah.
Than they will be about the words that we chose.
True. Because that planet is pretty screwed. Pretty much done.
This was a 2019 thing. So at one point, I'm not sure how much support there was, but I remember the backlash of radio hosts who were mad that maybe it was the NBA's Player Association. They didn't want owners. Team owners to be called owners anymore because of the connotations of, a rich white man owning a basketball team, which is predominantly black men.
Right.
And so, what's weird is, the radio guys, and not all the radio guys, just one guy I remember listening to, he's just like, if we can't have this word, then what is the meaning of any word? Where does it end? Will they take all the words? And so, really, to me, it's
Please
just
take all the words.
Yeah, how much does that word really mean to you? You know what I mean?
Right. Why are you going to die on this hill?
Yeah, does it really hurt you to get rid of the word owner? And it doesn't. It's not an important word to you. It's not an important word to your heritage or anything, or how you identify. So, let owner go.
Right. I mean, to make a funny analog to that, it's that's how I feel about, just about every damn thing that people get upset about. Mm-hmm. It's why does gay marriage make you upset? Literally has no impact on you whatsoever. What does the behavior of other people have to do with you at all? Nothing. You're just freaking out for no reason.
Yeah.
Extend that to pretty much anything anyone ever freaks out about. It's there's no reason. Except for the environment. There's a good reason for that.
I had this weird thought on my Uber drive. I was thinking about,
you should really use Lyft,
Why?
I'm just kidding.
I thought they're
probably both
equally bad now.
Yeah, they're probably both bad.
Where Uber got a little less bad and Lyft got a little worse.
Yeah. They met in the middle of. That's how corporations work, I feel like. Everything just kind of balances out.
So I was thinking about top 10 lists and how humans, we love to rank things. We love things to be good and then worse. You know, we love a best thing and we love a worst thing and we love to categorize things.
And the more negative, the more clicks.
Yeah. And I feel that's just, it's weird in that I feel it's obviously not the same. I feel that is the same train of thought that leads to isms, that leads to ageism and racism and things like that, where you're organizing people and you want betters and worsts and you want to rank them. And so it's weird in that I think it's super important when doing rankings to just reiterate always how fun but pointless they are. None of these mean anything.
Also how implicit in any kind of statement of anything, whether it's people speaking, me speaking right now, a website putting out a list, is that it's an opinion, Mm-hmm. It's not factual, by and large.
Right.
I mean, unless it's populations of cities, top 10, this city has more people living in it. Sure, that's, as factual as we can get it, I imagine. But if it's this song is better than that song, it's okay, according to you,
Yeah.
Which again should not make anyone mad.
Right. There's just something, though, innately entertaining about that.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I'd love to see a best 10 songs.
Our dumb little human brains, yeah, they just love to classify everything. Because everything, like, you can boil everything down to, like, sometimes I think about, I try to boil down human behavior to, like, basic, like, living in the trees, still evolving kind of behavior, you know?
Sure.
Where it's like, we evolved pattern recognition to try to spot predators in the grass. And now the modern day equivalent of that is, you know, seeing faces under, you know, in our toast, or like trying to rank things.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, we don't need that as much anymore, you know? Or it's like, yeah, fight or flight responses to emotional stimuli that don't require a fight or flight response, but it still makes everyone get all mad and crazy, you know?
Yeah.
It's just so funny because it's just like, yo, that's just your animal brain going, you know? Take a second, please. It's funny. I passed a sign on the way to work today, and I thought of a dumb joke.
Okay.
That as like there's a New Yorker cartoon version of it and a stand-up comic version of it.
All right. Give me stand-up first.
Okay, so the stand-up comic version, the stand-up would go like, and I mean maybe I'm sure somebody's done this joke 100 times because it's so obvious, but like the stand-up would be like, okay, for this next bit, picture me as Jesus. I'm Jesus right now, and I'm at like a store, right? And then I'm holding a thing, and I just go, 50% off, really? Oh, that's great, thanks. And then you wait for the awkward pause to see if anyone gets it without you explaining it, and then you just go, thank you, that joke is called Jesus Saves.
Whoa. Okay, you know what? I think I could get laughs. And it is labeling it and waiting for the pause.
Yeah.
And now in the New Yorker,
it would just be drawn as Jesus. I think in the New Yorker, you don't explain it.
Okay.
You just have him saying, 50% off, really?
Yeah.
And then you just see if anyone gets it.
They'll ponder it for an extra second in the New Yorker.
Yeah. Ben, I watched those New Yorker caption contest ones, and some of them are pretty funny.
What do you mean watch them?
They do a YouTube series of like celebrities writing captions for. I actually kind of want to ape this idea and.
I did not know they do this.
Oh, it's really funny. Hey, audience, if you have any drawings that you think would be funny to see us caption,
that's such a good idea. Is putting the audience involved.
Please send us those drawings and give them a hashtag of like
capture contest.
Capture contest, easy update capture contest, and then we'll take them all. And I'll show them to the guys blind, and they'll have to caption them, because I think that would be really funny. And it'd be fun to, you know, if it's involving, you dear people. But they do videos, and it's like New Yorker cartoons, you know, and then without a caption, and so they have to come up with a caption. And it's funny because some of them are really funny and some of them aren't. But Nick Offerman's is really good. He has some really funny ones.
Who is bad at it?
There are a couple where it's like two people, and if they don't just make it a ongoing riff about how bad they are at it, it kind of falls flat. Like Abby Jacobson's one is sort of funny because they just keep using a running joke. But it's not. They're not like clever captions. But like Nick Kroll and Nick Offerman, I feel like they actually have a couple of clever captions. I don't remember which one, but one of them was like actually like, oh yeah, that's a really good one.
Brad always makes fun of me for liking Nick Kroll.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
My favorite Nick Kroll piece ever was from Comedy Bang Bang, and it was Fabrice. When it's a character that he does where it's he was like a craft services. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was craft services on Lost. And then he was like, the smoke monster would always come in and grab a handful of little pretzels and a handful of Snickers and then just go, sweet and salty, and then go back to his trailer.
Is
so funny.
And he did the poem? He does the poetry?
I read and recite poetry. I write poetry. Marsupials want to make super chials. And he has like a sticker of a phone like on his cheek or something, and then host guy
Scott Aukerman.
Scott Aukerman is like, what is that? There's a phone, and he goes, oh, that's my phone. And that's when I like it, I say, call me on the phone. Anyway, if people haven't seen that, they're like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
And I think it's like hard to find on YouTube now. That clip, they like took it down.
Is it not on Netflix anymore?
I'm unsure if it's on Netflix anymore or not. Comedy Bang Bang. You like Comedy Bang Bang, right?
I do, yeah.
That's your style, I think. I like that. If you had to, you're still you, but you, like, snap your fingers and trade lives with someone, like a celebrity, who would it be? And they would be you to us.
Oh, that's fun.
You know? Like, we would get them and you would be in their shoes, but you're still each other. Like, you know, if it's Middleditch or whatever, Thomas, what's his name?
Yeah, that's it.
From Silicon.
Thomas Middleditch, yeah.
Yeah, like if you swapped with him, he would have ended up with us and you'd be on Silicon Valley.
He'd really help out Easy Allies.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. I don't know. Like, I want to, like, have satellites that monitor Sudan, like George Clooney.
Wait, real George Clooney?
Yeah, real
Has
George.
that?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he was talking about how like his Nestle money, like the money he makes from Nestle ads, he just puts towards this satellite dish.
What?
And to monitor Sudan to make sure that like there's nobody like leaving the country with weapons.
What?
Yeah, it's weird.
This is a plot line from Michael Clayton or something. This is not real.
Yeah.
This is real.
Right. But you know what? I couldn't do that better than George Clooney does, so I don't want to trade with him.
Sure.
I would like to do that, but it's good
so
that he's doing that.
So what you're saying is you want a whole bunch of money.
Yeah. to do like
weird supervillain shit.
Yeah. Well, superhero stuff.
I guess superhero. Yeah, dude, he straight up is Batman.
Yeah.
In like a really weird way.
Yeah, he's public good Batman.
I hope George Clooney is chill. He hasn't gotten any weird shit, right?
No, I don't think he has.
One of my favorite bits is, and I'm going to make you answer this question, but
okay.
One of my favorite bits that people do is when it's a picture of Amal Clooney or something, and it says, Amal Clooney and husband, actor, and her actor husband. You know, they like don't name him.
Yeah.
I love it when people flip that paradigm. Anyway, yeah, but who would you swap with? You got to actually answer.
Okay. All right.
So you want satellites.
Yeah. I wonder if it's a musician.
Grimes might have a satellite. She's pregnant, apparently.
She's pregnant. That's a 2020 story.
Yeah, that's
We
2020.
can't
We can't
that.
talk about how
Yeah.
Elon filled her with his Musk.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh. All right, back to 2019.
You're thinking about Elon's Musk now.
Yeah.
You know what? People gave them a hard time. They're fucking perfect for each other.
Why?
Because they're both so weird. It's perfect. She spends like 3 hours a day in a deprivation tank. And
Does she?
Yeah.
A
apparently.
day?
Apparently.
Huh.
Her daily routine that she put out in some whatever was like bonkers. It involves like scream therapy and deprivation tanks and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, interesting stuff.
Well, I guess if, you're consistently creative,
Yeah,
go for it.
yeah. But anyway, who would you swap with?
So then I wonder if I should like switch with a celebrity who I think I can do better. Like I can do better with your career than you're doing.
Okay.
And so I have to say, you know what? I don't think I could. I was thinking about this guy. I don't think I could do better than he is, but I'm wondering like why he's so chilled out about his career. It's Elijah Wood.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You're the star of Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
And you're just pretty chill after that.
Yeah. I think Elijah Wood might just be one of those people that like is happy with what he's got. He's not trying to,
Yeah. So I think I would swap careers with Elijah Wood and say like, put me in a Marvel movie. It's time.
I want to be Ant-Man.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm ready to be back in like the big flicks.
Man,
And I would just be a total weirdo.
now I'm picturing you in Lord of the Rings. Gandalf!
Wait, so did I take over all their past work too?
Yeah.
Oh.
You were them.
Okay.
And they were you. I guess? I don't know. It'd be weird to just suddenly supplant them. But now I'm thinking Elijah Wood as Easy Allies would be dope.
I think he'd be really good.
He'd be chill. I suppose we can't use this magic to get diversity because you're still you. So you can't like switch with like a black lady. You know what I mean? So, like,
sure. Why not?
I mean, I guess you could, but then like that would just be another white guy in roles.
Oh, right. So I'd be taking her spot.
Right. And
Yeah.
then she would come here, which would be great for us because we just like ended up being a bunch of white people that got fired from game trailers, you know.
But then we're like robbing the world
Right.
of Janelle Monáe.
Right. So that would be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Great for us, bad for the world. Good for health, bad for education. Yeah.
I don't understand that reference.
Oh, that's what the back of his jacket says in Akira.
Oh.
Kaneda, I think.
Yeah.
His red jacket. It's got that pill and it says good for health, bad for education on it.
That's cool stuff.
That's a cool jacket.
Yeah.
That is a cool ass jacket. Yeah.
What was your favorite thing from 2019?
Oh God, I don't know. I could think of my least favorite things. My favorite thing, I mean, I had a lot of really good moments that I spent with my dad when I was home for 3 months, like just taking care of him, you know. But I mean, like, more media-based, non-sad things. Geez, I don't know. I'm playing Outer Wilds right now, and I'm really enjoying it as far as games go.
All right, so I started Outer Wilds. This was a bad call. It's like sometimes, you know, I'll do an impulse buy.
Yeah.
And so it was an impulse buy where I'm just gonna be playing it for a couple of hours. And you know, you gotta put a chunk in games.
Yeah.
So I'm starting Outer Wilds, and I'm like, you know, I'm like this alien thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like practicing landing with a little toy spaceship.
Yeah.
And then these two kids tell me to go look for them. You know, do like a little hide and seek side quest.
I told them no. I was like, I don't have time for this.
Maybe I should have done that because like I'm on this little side quest and I'm like, I checked out. I'm like, okay, all right. Outer
Wait,
Wilds.
you didn't even get off the planet?
No.
Oh my God,
These little kids are like hiding, and it's just like there's so many like nooks in this little area. That's
Wait,
like,
did you even go to the observatory?
No.
Lord God, Kyle.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you know, play how you want to play, but
Yeah.
you should not have engaged.
I
with
wish I
those
didn't tell the
children.
kids that I go look for them.
In fact, go back and just stop looking for them and go to the damn observatory.
All right.
Because, like, you didn't even start the game.
Yeah. I know. I can see the kids. I see them. They're not hidden. But
So what are you doing?
It's to teach you how to use like the sound searcher.
Oh, the signal.
Yeah, so it's basically a tutorial on how
Oh,
to
I
use
totally
that.
skipped all that. I just figured it out as I went.
Nice.
That tool is very important.
Okay.
So it's good to know how to use it, but it's not hard. It's like, make the circle become a circle. You do it. You know how to do it now.
Yeah. I guess I think of like the beginning of Ocarina of Time, right? And
Never played it.
oh, okay. Well, you know, it's a Zelda game where you're just kind of driven to do the next thing and the next thing.
Zelda, is that the little green guy?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Formerly, I mean, now he's a blue guy.
Oh, yeah.
Zelda's a blue boy now.
Little blue boy.
And I don't know. I didn't feel driven from thing to thing. I think it depends on your own curiosity, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. But,
And then when I did try to like find cool stuff behind waterfalls or behind the corners of buildings, it's just kind of like blackness.
in Outer Wilds? Or
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you're in luck, Kyle, because off the first fucking town, that's what that game is entirely, is like trying to find cool stuff in nooks and crannies.
Okay.
That's literally what the whole game is about.
All right.
Like, you will love this game if you actually start playing it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I feel like it had its chance. I feel like I'm just going to think about those kids and associate that poor game with the kids the entire time.
Oh, man. If I had a Huber's Prison of Love, I would lock you in with that game. Because that game is about taking a knee. With a little bit of time pressure, I guess, on it. But, like, yeah, it's all about, like, piecing things together from evidence.
Wow.
It's so good, dude.
Okay, I guess really there's a lot more going on.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Okay.
It's a real-time simulation of an entire solar system, dude. Like, with mysteries to unearth.
That I don't like. That's too big.
It's great. It's funny because it sounds bigger than it is.
Okay.
Really, it's just like, the locations are different planets, and you keep a checklist in your mind of like, oh man, I got to check that out. Oh, I got to check that out. But Jones said he was getting frustrated with it too, which is funny because like, he was like, he felt like he wasn't finding stuff out, and I was like, oh, everything, like every 2 seconds I'm finding stuff out, and like, it's leading me to further and further mysteries. So it's funny. I guess it's it's just different things for different people. I wonder what you'd think of Disco Elysium.
Yeah, I don't know if that's happening.
Yeah, I don't think it will probably at this point.
So we have like 2 weeks till Goaties.
Yeah.
I don't think it's happening. Do we have a review up? Can I just like see?
No, I think I was the first one to finish it.
Wow.
I think Brad finished it maybe all the way.
All right. Yeah, just make like a spoiler mode for it, and I'll just watch what you think about it.
Oh man, a spoiler mode would be interesting for that game. I would need more people though. If it was just me and Brad talking about it, that would be too weird.
It kind of would be.
I'd be like gushing about it, and he'd be like, "Yeah, it's pretty cool."
Yeah.
He'd be like, "No, I didn't like that part." I'd be like, "Okay." Yeah. Oh boy.
It's a little 5-minute combo.
Yeah.
With some iced teas,
just a little short little spoiler. Oh man, I went to the Alamo Draft House like a week or two ago, and I saw Cats.
Oh, that's a cool movie to see at the Alamo Draft House.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't. If somebody interrupts you, fine.
You want them to interrupt you. But oh man, what an experience! God, what a movie! So weird. I talked about it in reaction shots, kind of, but oh man, it blew my mind. Have you seen it?
No.
I really want to hear your reaction to Cats.
I think like it's a thing that I desire to see.
Yeah.
Because of the reaction to it.
You should 100% see Cats.
Yeah.
Kyle Bossman needs to see Cats.
What's so weird is I think if I were a creator who made that movie, I wouldn't be ashamed or sad because it does have such a reaction to it.
Yeah.
Where people are repulsed.
Oh, yeah.
People are walking out
rightfully
and are disgusted
horrified.
with it.
Yeah.
But if you think of 2019, Cats will come up.
Yeah.
It was a movie of the year.
Yeah.
In a way.
It sort of emblemizes this year. Cats is the movie we deserve.
Yeah,
Cats is the movie 2019 deserves.
Yeah, What's funny though, I feel like growing up, I feel like that kind of movie would just work in 1998 or 97.
Right.
And I just wouldn't understand why, and people would just love it to death.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I guess I'm glad that, there was a rejection. There's such a thing as too much.
Yeah. But it's like inexplicable. Just as a musical. I'm like, why do people like this? Don't get me wrong, I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
But post-ironically. Not genuinely. But you watched Mandalorian?
Mm-hmm.
Love that baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Ugh. Cutest damn thing ever.
Yeah, the show works because of Baby Yoda.
Yeah, almost exclusively.
I wonder how deep into development that came up.
He's the heart of the thing. Well, you hear rumors about Werner Herzog calling them cowards and telling them to keep it as a puppet.
No.
Yeah.
So what is the rumor here?
Well, just that they were thinking about doing CG over it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Werner Herzog is just like, you cowards, keep it as a puppet. Like, and then there are interviews of Werner Herzog being like, he's heartbreaking, he's beautiful. I saw a meme where it was like, young Werner Herzog gets so annoyed with an actor he pulls a gun on him. Old Werner Herzog sees Baby Yoda puppet and weeps with tenderness. He literally cried when he saw the puppet, for real. He called it heartbreaking.
Oh. Wow, that's very sweet.
Werner Herzog, dude.
Yeah.
It was so funny that Huber was like, when we were talking about Werner Herzog being in the show, Huber was like, legitimized.
Yeah.
He legitimizes the series. Sort of true.
In a fun way.
Yeah,
I think I'd seen an interview where he said he'd never seen any of the Star Wars.
I love that.
Yeah. Just a total disinterest his entire life.
Yeah. Pure sweet Werner Herzog.
Yeah.
Just can't be bothered. Maniac. I love it.
He says, in that same response, he said that sometimes he'll like check in on society and he'll watch WrestleMania. I think like his phrase was just to understand this world that he's living on.
That's the perfect thing to check in on this world.
Yeah.
Man, that's how I feel sometimes. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm from a different planet sometimes. Do you ever feel like that? Where like there's something going on in the zeitgeist and you're just like, God damn.
Yeah, I mean all the time. But I think of it as us. I think, oh, that is me. I'm one of those.
Right. Yeah, so that's what we're up to.
Yeah.
I can't help but feel like we've like failed at something.
Humanity?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
But then, you know, sometimes maybe I just feel that way because this year was so crazy and because the stopgap that Epcot used between Illuminations and Harmonious, which apparently comes out like next year, was really bad. It was really bad.
Sorry, what is it?
It's the fireworks spectacle at the end of the night at Epcot in the World Showcase. And Illuminations was so good. It was about like togetherness and like, you know, world harmony and how like humans were all like in this together, and you know, it was all about that. And then they retired that show last year and are starting a new one apparently called Harmonious, which seems like it'll have the same kind of vibe. But this the show that they have in the interim is just bad. And it was disappointing because I really needed that kind of message.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was eating out this very sweet woman the other night, and I was thinking about, like, I just think we humans I think we got lucky. You know, I just think there's just so much in this entire universe, you know, and there's like different scales and things. I think we're actually just lucky to have the self-awareness we do, the cognizance that we do, but I don't think...
Some of us have it.
I don't believe we're destined for a great thing anymore. I kind of just think that we're just another critter. We're just another, you know, disease. And it's so weird. I think it's just like, I do feel lucky. I feel fortunate to be able to think about as much as we can.
Absolutely. Like, lucky is what we are.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, regardless of what anyone believes, like, you know, personally, I think, you know, we're just a cosmic mistake, like an accident. Like, nothing, you know... Like, we just happened. And, like, if you look at the human experience on the whole, you know, that opinion is supported, kind of, by how just kind of the whole rigmarole. And, like, yeah, our capacity for rational thought or lack thereof is sort of further evidence of that to me, where it's just like, yeah, we don't have the right to exist. There's no reason for us. We just happened. And I really don't want us to squander it.
Yeah, I hear that, right. That we have a potential to do something.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want us to destroy ourselves. Because it's like, I really do feel like humanity is a teenager. Like, we haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, I want us to still be around 100 years from now, 1,000, 10,000, you know? And I want us to look back at this time and be like, wow, they were flying by the seat of their pants. They didn't know what was going on. You know, like how we look back at the 50s or whatever and be like, wow, you didn't have vaccines for this? You didn't have, like, car seats or whatever, like seat belts? Like, and how we look back at the 1800s or whatever and be like, wow, how did anyone survive? Like, that's what people 1,000 years from now are going to look at now and say, like, good Lord, how did they make it through without transfobulators?
Yeah.
Or whatever, you know? And I hope that we get to continue that march of progress, you know? Because that's what humanity's about. Striking out to try to see what's what. And if we blow ourselves to hell, we won't get to do it.
We made it through 2019.
We did.
Yeah.
2020 is starting off pretty weird, but who knows?
Yeah. No, 2020 is going to be rough. Oh, it's going to be a rough year.
It's going to be, at best, super annoying.
At best.
At best. Especially for us, for we Americans.
Yeah.
Like, maybe the rest of the world has other things going on that I'm not thinking of at this moment, but, like, God, 2020 is going to be a real irritating year. But on the flip side, we're getting Cyberpunk, we're getting Doom Eternal, we're getting Last of Us 2, we're getting new generation consoles, rumors of a Switch Pro, maybe Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, and to be honest, like, so that, you know, those things are, you know, they make us complacent, they make us happy with the lives that we have. They salve
the wound.
Yeah, and it's almost like that's not a bad thing. It's almost like, you know, it's interesting to imagine other lives and existences that we could have.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's those are very silly things to look forward to, and, you know, despite what we talk about, but, like, also it's kind of neat that we create those things and we have those things for each other.
Well, and, yeah, I don't begrudge escapism or, you know, I mean, that's, to me, like, by and large, art, that's the job of an artist, is to, you know, create these dreams for people to dream, you know? And, like, that is part of the human experience, too, is, like, we need to be stimulated, and we're dumb animals that need to have our brains stimulated in other ways, or we start to go a little cuckoo, I think. Yeah, but it is like a distraction, I guess, if you're taking a less charitable view, a distraction from the serious issues that are always around us. Yeah. It's going to be a super intense year. Personally and culturally and societally, globally, environmentally.
Video gamesically,
filmically, corporately for Easy Allies. It's going to be a fun one, I think. I think this year is going to be, it's interesting for our company, thinking of Easy Allies for a moment as a company. Because this year, 2019, you know, was about the new studio and, like, trying to take advantage of this space and trying to make people realize that we were taking advantage of this space and, like, appreciating it and continuing to grow and all that sort of thing. 2020, like, it's about maintaining what we have, iterating on it, moving forward, and then trying to grow kind of more as a business too, right? Like, I don't know. What are your goals for Easy Allies in 2020? Do you have any? Have you thought about that at all yet?
Definitely not business goals. I hate the business side.
Well, yeah.
I forget what video it was. I forget what it was. This was a comment you made. We were watching some video, and you were like, "We need to be more weird." And, like, it really resonated with me, in that, like, there's so much space to be extremely weird to push things in extremely weird directions.
I'm out here trying my ass off.
Yeah.
To be weird.
And we got to be weirder than that still.
Yeah.
Because I wonder, I wonder, I think it's about like presenting something almost as normal and then giving the weird.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what that is, to trick people into watching something weird, or...
Kyle, you're speaking my language right now. I'm getting so excited.
Yeah, or just to present something as very, very weird. I think about that leading into, our meeting of things that I want to pitch.
We're having a big meeting in a couple of days, our yearly
2020 meeting.
Like 10-hour long meeting.
Yeah. But then also some things are just like, I wonder if my time would be better spent just like making regular video game videos and like doing a stream and then cutting it up and making it a little 10-minute video.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
It's funny, like our business, the business of video games media, because I mean, for myself, I don't think of myself as a journalist or anything, because my stuff doesn't generally involve news or anything. But like, it's a funny thing because it's a weird dance between innovating and having new ideas, but then doing the things that are proven to work. And I feel like we've always skirted the edge of both of those things.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I like the size that Easy Allies is. Like I wouldn't want to be, IGN or something like, or Funhouse sized or whatever, because it's like, I like the more personal scale that we're at.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we stopped doing top 10s.
Yeah.
That felt good.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, top 10s were just I enjoyed them, like I didn't hate them, but like they were a strategic thing where it's like, these get clicks, let's do them.
Yeah.
And then they didn't really get clicks, so we were like, okay, let's stop doing them. Because I mean, also like especially with Kappa and like the Adpocalypse and everything, it's like YouTube ain't where the money is. Like it's for our company. I mean,
yeah,
it's Patreon and our supporters, and that's where it's at. And that's awesome. I like that as a model so much more, because I look at like people out there on YouTube who are like crushing it doing the YouTube thing, and it seems annoying.
Oh,
like
the grind.
The grind,
yeah.
The game you have to play. I feel like I'm spitting a lot. The game you have to play, the voice that you have to use. You know what I mean? There's that YouTuber voice.
Yeah.
That I'm really glad I don't do, or at least I don't think we do it. Where it's like, what is the YouTuber voice? It's like you're a grown person talking to 12-year-olds with like false excitement.
Yeah.
Is that the YouTuber voice?
Markiplier.
I can't picture his voice right now, but maybe.
He's got a very deep voice, but like, oh my God, this is a scary game. Run, run, run.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
now
yeah.
we're in Minecraft. Here I am.
Yeah.
Hey
yeah.
there, little guys. Yeah, exactly. It's,
Yeah.
you're doing Blue's Clues.
Which, like, no shade on that. We're not throwing shade on that. It's just like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we don't feel the need.
Right. So, yeah, the thing is, like, where I would not pass judgment is that, like,
they're way more successful than we are.
They are successful, and also, like, you're not your job, you're not your output.
Right. Which I think is hard to quantize in this day and age. Like, people lose sight of that.
Well, I do. And, like, so I like to be my output, or I would want to be. You know what I mean? Like, I truly want to make things that are interesting or impactful.
Yeah.
Even though I, frequently don't.
Well, I think with us, like, that's one of the things I love about our job is that, like, there is less abstraction, to in that sort of way. Like, we're not glossing it up.
Yeah.
In a showmanship-y kind of way like that. Obviously, we have, like, intentional abstractions and, like, hiding things on purpose, but, like, not for, like, a weird... What you see is what you get with us, by and large, I think. Like, we are just who people see, mostly. Right?
Yeah, what weird secrets are you thinking about? Bloodworth stuff?
Mostly Bloodworth stuff.
Yeah. It's good of us to keep those secrets.
Yeah, both professionally and legally.
Yeah.
But we're just kidding, by the way. Or are we? But yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. But Easy Allies is cool. It's great. It's definitely like we exist in such an interesting time, like in the internet, because the internet likewise feels like it's in its adolescence, right? Like people don't quite know how to utilize the internet because it's so often like weaponized, but like unintentionally, maybe even. Like cancel culture is like such an interesting concept to me, because like for me personally, to me canceling means like, you find out like somebody did something bad, and then I'm like, okay, I just won't think about them or use their stuff or watch their stuff, and that's it. I just like actually cancel them. It's gone. Whereas like other times it seems like canceling also includes like a campaign of like harassment with it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like if you're gonna cancel, just cancel.
Yeah.
Like the best revenge is to live well, right? Like you continue to let someone else have power over you if you let them keep bothering you. Right?
Yeah. So my take on this, on canceling stuff, it's really funny, and I think it's people on our side who get the most scared and offended by it. And that just like, I think the idea is that, hey, people can grow, everyone deserves a second chance, right?
Yeah.
And I do agree with that. However, I don't think that everyone even deserves a first chance. You know?
Yeah.
You are so lucky that anyone is willing to give you any of their attention.
Absolutely.
Because there's 1,000 other things for them to apply it to.
Absolutely.
And so this idea of just like, hey, like it's messed up that people won't watch me anymore because I did that thing to that girl once. It's
right.
like, no, it's messed up that they would even look at you in the first place. You know, it's
right.
And so, yeah, I don't think that anyone is owed a second chance. I believe people can grow and people can improve. But yeah, if somebody just drops you for the rest of their life, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to happen if I say, like, I eat peanut butter sandwiches without jelly. It's like, okay, I'm not going to watch Kyle anymore. And I'm sure that happens once a day.
Right.
You know, you lose one person for life a day. And so it's just like, that can't get to you. That's just other lives.
Yeah.
You're not
But that's the thing. I guess that's the thing that gets me. And I'm not talking about any specific thing. And I mean, like, obviously I think some offenses, you know, like Me Too stuff is like cancel and then some, like legal action, like go to, like, you know, should go to jail for that sort of stuff.
Sure.
But it's like someone saying like one weird tweet and then having their life destroyed. I'm like, I mean, it varies case to case, I guess, but it's just like a funny thing. But it's like kind of along the lines of like, there are some things, and it's hard without actually thinking of any examples, but it's just like, again, like, why does this make you mad? Like, why do certain things bother people at all? Like, other people shouldn't matter so much.
So I think like James Gunn is an interesting one. I think that was 2019, right? This popped up.
Right, where he had those, you know,
abhorrent,
really abhorrent tweets.
Yes.
From like 10 years ago.
Indefensible.
Yeah.
And
horrible.
I think the biggest difference is he straight up said, "I'm sorry."
Right.
I think he straight up wrote a good apology and remarked about why those things are inappropriate, why that's not funny, why no one should ever tweet those things.
Also, the context of like, he used to work for Troma or whatever, whose like job is like schlocky shock horror stuff, which is always in pretty poor taste. Perhaps.
Those tweets though.
Oh, those tweets! I'm not excusing
bad.
anything. I'm not excusing anything. Those tweets were abhorrent.
Yeah.
But it's like, you can see the dude working for Troma making abhorrent tweets.
Thinking they're funny.
More so than the dude working for Disney.
Right.
And that's why there was that disconnect for people. Still, abhorrent tweets. Terrible tweets. But it's like, yeah, that one worked out where it's like, yeah, he did an actual good apology, and then it seemed like he was changing and growing. Other people came forward to say like, yeah, that's fucked up, but like, he got better. Yeah. Because that's the thing, right? It's like, what's the goal? Do you want people to get better, or do you just want to destroy them? Like, do you want to destroy someone because it feels fun to destroy someone? Because human beings are wicked?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want to help someone get better? I'm honestly asking. I don't know. Like, what are people trying to do here?
It is fun to destroy someone, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, like, that's 2019 is like... I mean, here's the funny thing is, like, sometimes I think cancel culture got it right, and sometimes I think it overreacted.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, J.K. Rowling. Bad news, I think. Like, that's bad stuff. And, like, she's had shots, multiple chances, and it's pretty clear where she lands. So I'm just, for me personally, I'm like, okay, done with you. But I'm not going to, like, harass her on Twitter or anything.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
like,
that's right. That's like an easy cancel.
Right.
And if she made an
like, okay,
effort to understand why people were... She made the effort, right?
She pretended to, I think.
Oh, did she make an apology?
Back in the day, she was like, oh, I didn't realize. But then, like, followed that person later. And now has, like, straight up tweeted, like, really transphobic stuff. So it's like, all right, you made this clear.
Yeah.
There's very little doubt here, you know? So for me personally, I'm like, okay, done with you. Like, Fantastic Beasts movies aren't very good anyway, so it's like, whatever.
But that is the thing, right? That's the thing, like, you don't owe anything to J.K. Rowling. You
Right.
could watch any other thing. You know, she
Right.
doesn't deserve your attention.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I do feel. It's like a nice, simple cancellation. It's just like, she's out of my mind.
Well, and back, like,
yeah.
back, like, thinking cosmically, like, nobody deserves anything.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I do believe that all human beings, I want all human beings to have health and life and, you know, safety and, you know, the things necessary to live and have a good life and happiness, you know. But, like, cosmically speaking, I don't think any human being, like, deserves or doesn't deserve anything, right? Like, in a cosmic sense. Like, from a human standpoint, like, humanitarian, I do believe everyone deserves that.
Yeah.
But, like, the universe doesn't care.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
the moon doesn't care about us.
Right.
Because it doesn't. It's a rock. And so it's like, bringing that back down to J.K. Rowling, like, smell you later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it, like, doesn't hurt me at all
Yeah.
to just be like, all right, bye. It's not a complicated transaction, I guess. I don't even know why I thought about this. I guess because cancel culture was a big topic in 2019.
Sure. Yeah.
What are some other big difficult topics we can unpack from 2019? I feel like we're solving all the problems today.
Sure.
What else? We don't ever talk about politics
Yeah.
on Easy Allies because
We don't.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Because, like, it just invites people to harass you.
Yeah, you know, it's so funny. I mean, there was an impeachment in 2019. Well, maybe the beginning of an impeachment trial.
I looked into it. I understand it better now.
Yeah.
He was impeached, but the Senate has to then charge and, like, do the trial.
Right.
To see if they remove him.
Yeah. But yeah, so I feel like even that, there was just nothing significant that happened. You know, it's like
That's because
nothing actually changed. Nothing happened
changed.
for anyone.
Things
Yeah.
got sort of worse.
Yeah.
Kind of. Like, it's a very interesting political landscape that we live in right now. And I mean, like, yeah, my own personal thoughts on that, you know, have less to do with Easy Allies, you know. Like, in my own life, I, you know, am very opinionated about these things. But it's
Yeah.
like,
On this YouTube channel here.
on this YouTube channel that's about stupid, pointless video games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which are stupid and pointless, by the way. They're just supposed to be fun.
Yes.
Video games.
Yeah.
Even art. Even, like, great, beautiful, perfect art is just, like, you know, to make life bearable.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It doesn't require emotional, you know. Let things have positive emotions and don't let them make you mad. I guess. Star Wars is trash. Hashtag 2019. So we solved politics.
Yeah, we solved it.
We fixed it.
Yep.
Everything's fine.
We ranked all the best games of the year.
Yep.
We ranked all the best games of the decade. People have been asking us to do that, so we finally did it.
We just did that.
Yep.
Congratulations, Bloodborne.
Yep.
Uh,
You know what, though? Let's just give it to Bloodborne.
I mean, straight up.
Okay. Officially
Bloodborne.
Easy Ally's best
Easy
game of the
Ally's
decade.
best game of the decade. Bloodborne official. You heard it here first.
Mm-hmm.
Tweet at Trailer Jones. Yeah. Well, fuck it. Looking forward to. Am I looking forward to anything to 2020? I am.
Okay.
I am.
Sure.
Next week, we have to schedule this, by the way, but you and Don and I have to get together and do the fantasy draft things.
Yep. There's some new rules this year I'm really excited about.
Oh, you've come up with new rules or on the site?
The site has.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. That's good, because
Yeah.
I'm excited for that to evolve and grow.
Yeah.
But my hope is to have that for next week.
Oh, okay, cool.
Can we pull that off?
So is it the recap next week and
It'll
then
be
the week after?
recap
this?
next week, and then the week after that will be the new
Big
draft.
draft. Yeah, okay.
But I
Yep,
imagine
yep.
it makes the most sense just to shoot them at the same time.
Yeah. And the only game we're missing out on basically is like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. You know what I mean? Not a lot of January games have come out yet.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's still,
yeah.
There's still time.
Yeah, so it's a bummer not to have done it a little sooner, but like whatever.
Yeah, we're not really missing out on much.
Not yeah. So look forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
That's this week or this month, sorted for easy update. Yeah, what are you looking forward to? I'm looking forward to Together We RPG.
No, this is giving me anxiety.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard.
It's growing.
It's
And you're pitching it like you're telling everybody how cool it's going to be, and it just makes me more and more nervous.
it could fail spectacularly. But
Yeah.
here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Classic life lesson.
Yeah.
If you're being safe, if you're not aiming, if you're not failing sometimes, you're not aiming high enough.
Yeah.
So it's like,
If you're not scared, it's not worth doing.
right.
Yeah.
And so like Together We RPG has evolved from what it was initially, which when it came like to 2 days before shooting it, Kyle and I were like, wait a minute, this isn't really a good idea. Like it's going to be a boring show and a real pain in the ass to make. So then we came up with a new idea
Yeah.
that I think will be better. And so way more work, but better. And hopefully it'll be good. And hopefully you'll like it. And hopefully we get it done this year because it's going to be really hard. So it might, hopefully it'll happen this year. Please don't be mad at us.
2020.
We're going to try to do our best to get it done for you. I don't want to call it the new Box Peak.
I wouldn't wish that on anything.
Yeah, don't call it that. Just in that it'll take longer than we think it will probably.
Yeah.
But yeah. You looking forward to anything in 2020?
I dread a lot of things for sure.
Absolutely.
No, I'm gonna do a lot of self-improvement in 2020.
Me too, dude.
Yeah, okay.
I don't make resolutions, New Year's
Yeah.
resolutions, but like, I need to start exercising.
Yeah, I hear you. Yep.
I'm like not enjoying my body.
Yeah.
I'm feeling tired.
Hitting those 30s hard.
Hitting the 30s hard. I'm
Yeah.
turning 35 in like a month.
Ah,
And that's the first birthday I've ever had where I feel old,
sure, yeah.
you know? Like I don't feel like I should be 35. I'm dreading my own mortality.
Mm-hmm.
All I want to do is live forever.
It'd be the worst.
Oh God, I would love it.
Oh.
But yeah. You're not looking forward to anything? Just dreading everything?
Yeah, Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah.
I got one.
Hopefully that'll be this year. I'm skeptical.
Yeah, you know what? Like even like so I was thinking about this. I was thinking about like how the PlayStation event where they're going to reveal it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like how we're going to have to react to that live. And I'm like not even looking forward to that.
Wow.
Yeah. I feel like we can't appreciate and look at that moment in that moment, but we have to be like stage performers.
Right.
Maybe I overthink it a lot. Yeah, for sure. But yeah.
No, but that is something interesting about this profession.
Mm-hmm.
Like live streaming, reacting to things, playing games on a live stream. You do sacrifice something, like a little bit of like the personal, to make it a group thing. I think about the first example, the easiest example is Don and I playing through Deadly Premonition, where it's like I would be taking the game on in a different way if I weren't also streaming it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I would be going a little slower, maybe doing things in a different way. And not to say it's a bad way now, because I love streaming it with people. I think it's so much fun. But there is a little bit of the stress where it's like you feel worried about taking too long because you think you'll bore people.
Yeah.
But then you end up missing things. And it's like, I don't think that we fake our reactions to things. Like when we saw Resident Evil 7 or Final Fantasy 7 or Shenmue, like none of that was faked.
You're right.
But it's like such a weird thing to do for a job.
Yeah. Super, super
to
weird.
just like let people watch you go like, whoa!
Yeah.
For something. Or to lay on a desk for an hour and not be able to walk afterwards.
My legs really wouldn't bend before.
Yeah.
They can now. I got my bending back.
You got to shift around.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna do? What about non-work stuff? Are you excited for any like travel or anything?
Maybe travel. It'd be nice.
I've got a trip starting to get planned, and I'm excited for it.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's easy to despair, especially when things are so crazy and when life is so hard. You know, but it's all we've got. So we might as well try our best to enjoy it.
Yeah. All right.
You know? So what my dad used to say is like, do the best you can as long as you can.
For sure.
You know? Try to do good in the world. Yeah. 2020, here we come.